Hello, everybody. Yeah, Eddie Van Halen has left us, and I'm actually still processing the news, and I don't know. I just felt like I needed to do something. So for the next few minutes or so, I'll probably play a little guitar, talk about the impact Eddie has had on my playing, on my life as a guitar player. As with the past times that when our musical heroes has left us, playing helps me come to grips with it. This instrument puts into sound what I feel, and it's just I don't know. I first heard of Eddie Van Halen when I was 13 years old. I was a high school freshman back in the Philippines in Don Bosco, Makati. And I haven't started playing yet, but uh, even though I knew nothing about the instrument, it was really obvious that Eddie Van Halen was a very special musician. And he was the benchmark for me. He was there. He was the goal that needed to be reached. He was the ultimate, you know, guitar player to look up to, that everybody looked up to. And probably the biggest impression that he left on me was his sound. Uh, the his brown sound. That's always been what I've been shooting for. A sound that's clear, and is able to morph into different things. It can sound aggressive, it can sound angry, it can sound happy, it can sound sad, it can sound hopeful, it can sound otherworldly, you know, something that can be shaped with the fingers. And yeah, and that was it. A super strat with a humbucker into a Marshall and a whammy bar, and that was the recipe for the most expressive guitar sound ever. That sound lifted the previous era guitar heroes into the future. Basically, they are big and clear, because people usually think of Eddie Van Halen as, they equate him to tapping and harmonics and squeals and all that, but there's more to his playing than all the pyrotechnics. There's the chord voicings that he does. And aside from that, there isn't a Van Halen song where the rhythm is just a rhythm part. He never did that. It's always there's always something happening. There's always a counter melody that complements what the rest of the band is doing. It's not just that. And that in of itself, you can take out the vocals and you still have a fairly serious piece of music to listen to. For Van Halen songs, you didn't need the vocals to make the songs work. You know, all you needed was Eddie. The entire facets of his playing, you know, the rhythm, the sound, the tones, probably also the innovation. He's always trying to improve something, and that's the creative spirit that he has in him, and the strive to be unique. And that's probably one of the biggest things that I took away from listening to him, and you know, reading all his interviews and watching his videos, and you know, being inspired. There's a YouTube video where he gave a talk about his you know, his beginnings, how he came up with the things that he that he discovered and put out. And yeah, it was eye-opening. And there you realize that, you know, he changed music. He changed the face of music, not just guitar playing, but music in general. How it's supposed to sound, how it's supposed to be listened to, how the guitar is played, how the guitar sounds. It's, I don't know, it's just everything. Yeah. I really don't know what else to say. That's, you know, that's pretty much it, because I've already mentioned one of my Van Halen stories in an earlier video, where, you know, my guitar teacher couldn't figure out the tapped harmonic thing. He actually told me that it was an effect pedal, which of course it wasn't, and I found out much later on. And in trying to figure out the Van Halen tapped harmonic technique, I was already playing with with our artificial harmonics. You know, just doing something like. And it was thankfully I met another guitar teacher who probably saw a concert video of Eddie Van Halen, and he figured out how to exactly do it, and that is, you tap the harmonic on the harmonic node. So, and it's actually a fairly simple technique, and it's amazing how eventually you're going to follow that path, as long as you don't stop exploring your instrument. Basically, what it is on the guitar you have strong harmonics on the 5th, 7th, and 12th frets, right? Also on the 4th fret. Right? And if you fret a note, you also get those harmonics 4, 5, 7, and 12 frets up. So if I was on the 2nd fret, 4 frets up would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5 frets up would be, 7 frets up would be, 12 frets up would be. And that's basically the secret to it. Just count 4, 5, 7, 9, or 12 frets up. So the ambulance harmonic sound is fretting on the 5th fret, 3rd string, and then you alternate tapping the harmonics 9 and 7 frets up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frets up. That would be the 12th fret. And then 9 frets up would be the 14th fret. So with the band. And and that was it. It's, you know, it's amazing. That single technique alone influenced not just electric guitar players but acoustic guitar players as well. You know, Michael Hedges with his slapped harmonics and all that. The current breed of modern fingerstyle players, you know, anybody who slaps harmonics owes it to Eddie Van Halen. So his influence isn't just limited to electric guitar. And that fact in itself is amazing. It's mind-boggling. It's a gift. It's a gift. Thanks for joining me on this, whatever this is. It's just, it's hard. It's so many things happening, like going through my head right now. There's a lot of things I want to say, but I can't articulate it. I don't know which one to say first, and it's just, I don't know if it's, when you lose something that's this big a part of you, not just me, but every single one of us. It's, I don't know, it's just, I'm gonna go back and read through the chat. If you could do me a favor, if you put an Eddie Van Halen story in the chat, please put it in the comments as well, because I want to read that and I want everybody else to read it. Because in the chat box goes, well, it doesn't go away, but a lot of people don't skip over that once this video is published. So, you know, I want to read through all your Eddie Van Halen, you know, stories, your, how he's impacted you, how he's influenced you, and all that. We'll, you know, I think that's the best way we could celebrate him. I mean, for the rest of the day, I'm gonna put Van Halen on repeat and blast it around the house, and just, you know, just enjoy his playing, enjoy his artistry, and all that. And then probably go through the internet and read through stuff, and yeah, go on a YouTube Van Halen binge as well. Yeah, the thing to do is to keep him alive in our hearts, and just celebrate and be thankful and appreciate everything that he's done for us. Eddie Van Halen, Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Paco de Lucia, Andres Segovia, all those guys, they've changed the course of guitar. And yeah, Eddie's right up there with them. Okay, so I'm gonna play for a little bit longer. Again, post whatever Van Halen stories or testimonials or whatever you want to say in the chat or in the comments, and I will come back later and read through them, and we'll just, you know, R.I.P. Eddie Van Halen, the greatest of all time.